only lost by 2, so we must have had one heck of a comeback.
It was. They were down double digits at halftime, and really the end of the first half almost was a dagger in the heart. And then the girls started pressing and playing, and played probably about as fine a half of basketball defensively that they have played all year. They struggled still a little bit offensively, but you get a few shots here, you get a few shots there, but the first half was not pretty at all. And kind of a different game against Champaign. Of course, Champaign didn't play the defense that U-High did either, but probably played one of their finest games of the year against Champaign. Got their shots where they wanted them, recognized what the defense was giving them, took advantage of it. Of course, it always looks better when you're hitting shots. And, what a game by Mia Clark to have 31 points. I have no idea how many rebounds she had, but she probably had close to double-digit rebounds as well, and was hitting shots from all over the floor, bombs from three-point land, a couple of nice little turnarounds from right at the free throw line. Did a really good job, and overall the girls did a fantastic job against Champaign. I did not see the JV won tonight. They won by over 30 points, but I did not pay attention to see if Sage Gilbert was playing because she was in a splint at the end of the Champaign game.
And I did not notice as well. I saw her out here in warm-ups, so hopefully she's okay.
We will take a look. I see Gray out here. I see everybody else, but I don't.
Maybe she. I thought I saw her, but maybe not.
I don't see now. I don't see Sage.
No, I don't see her now. I thought earlier I did, but I don't right now.
Which is a shame because there's a girl who was coming off an injury earlier this year after the Christmas break. Finally started to get some playing time and was really making a difference with the JV squad. And then to turn around and she's got another injury here, that's just another setback. And it is the JV team she's playing mostly on, but it takes away a little bit of the depth on the varsity from the bench, and it also affects her development too.
Absolutely. We had talked in the past couple of games that I'd done with you about the improvement in some of the good fundamentals that she has, and some plays that she was making in that last home game. And I certainly hope she's okay, and if she has to sit out a game, great, but what we want is for her to get healthy and be able to come back, whether it's this year or next year, because she's got a great future ahead of her.
Lincoln comes into the game with a record of 17-8, 5-3 in the Central State 8 Conference, and a big matchup looming on Saturday against Decatur MacArthur. And Decatur MacArthur, I think, sits at 19 wins right now. They were at one point second in the conference, and I still think they are second in the conference behind state-ranked Chatham-Glenwood. So MacArthur beat Lincoln over at MacArthur last year in kind of a shocking result, but MacArthur's girls basketball team is really good this year, and it's going to be a tough game for Lincoln here at home.
We've got a really stretch of games coming up here with today, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. Hopefully the girls will get some rest here tomorrow after tonight's game and come out fired up on Saturday. Hopefully we can have a big crowd here. Would be nice. So if you're free, come on out and watch the Lady Railers and hopefully help reach them, get them to get a win over MacArthur. I agree. I think that's going to be a tough matchup for us.
It's a full day of basketball on Saturday out here at Roy S. Anderson because the JV and varsity girls will be in action at 1 and 2:30, and then it'll be the boys in action, I believe, at 5 and 6:30 against Lanphier junior varsity and varsity. So you want to come out and get here early because that potentially is the afternoon or the evening that Coach Al could get victory number 1,000, depending on how Friday night's game goes, and we want a big crowd here for that.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to throw in a great congratulations to Mia. I haven't been on since she scored her 1,000th point, so congratulations to her. But yes, very monumental moment for Coach Al when he gets that number 1,000. So we wish him the best and would love for him to get it here at home.
You come off, and you come off a big game against Champaign where you virtually controlled everything, and you come up now, you have another struggling team that you come up against, and sometimes there is a tendency for the ladies to let off the gas or say, they're not very good. We can kind of sleepwalk through this and still win the basketball basketball game. But this is not the time of year you want to do that, because you want to be playing your best basketball, because next week is the last week of the regular season.
Exactly. This is the time that you want to start peaking. So it's very important that the girls realize that, and they come out and they play hard and they play with determination and grit, and really put all forces into the game, and offensively, defensively, rebounding. Right now is the time that we want everything to start working, firing all cylinders.
Mason McLeod, one of the best shooters that Lincoln has been in a little bit of a shooting slump. And, well, look who I'm talking to. She was never in a shooting slump. But, you know, when you get into a shooting slump, there's a tendency kind of sag your shoulders. We've seen it. We've seen the whole team do it. When shots aren't falling, they kind of sag the shoulders a little bit. The energy kind of gets out of them. To Mason's credit, I was very proud of her. I don't know how that comes across, but I really was. I was proud of her Saturday. She did end up getting a 3, and she tried some different shots. Not a lot of them fell, but she still went in, grabbed rebounds, and stole a couple passes, still played the defense, and that's what you want to do, because even if the shots aren't falling, you want to keep shooting, but you can contribute in other ways as well.
Absolutely. I've noticed in the past few games she's putting the ball down and dribbling a little bit more, shooting some pull-up jumpers and finding different ways to hit players, teammates open. So that's great. When you're not hitting the normal shot, then do other things that make the team better, and I think that's what Mace is doing right now.
Let's send it back to the WLCN studios for a 90-second timeout, and when we come back, Jan will have the starting lineups. We'll have the opening tap of today's basketball game here at Lincoln.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Elkhart Croft and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, Heritage Packaging, Modern Brake and Alignment, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Masonry, Collision Concepts, State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, The Johnson Family,
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners,
United Community Bank, Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni, Rocking G Land and Cattle. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball.
National anthem in the books here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, and we get set for the starting lineups. And I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Jan Bowers, the coach. Hey, Coach, did the Purple Raiders rivalry ever get as bad as the boys did during the 70s or when you were coaching?
Yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, it did. They had some good teams back in the day when I played, and had some good coaches, and even beyond when I got out of coaching. So they've had some very good programs. We had a lot of players from Bloomington come and play at Lincoln College who ended up being very good, or in our Hall of Fame right now. So they've had good programs in the past. And, sometimes it's just a year or so that they're out, and then they may be right back. So the starting lineups for the Purple Raiders, they will start a 5'7" senior, number 2, Christina Leonard. A 5'6" junior, number 3, Lauren Shuey. 5'5" junior, number 4, Josie Skeet. 5'9" freshman, number 30, Lila Edelman. And a 6' senior, number 44, Maddie Embry. Purple Raiders are coached by Ms. Christina Mabels.
Hype video goes up on the board for Lincoln's Lady Rail Splitters. And Lincoln clad in the home white uniform. Red numerals trimmed in, or green numerals trimmed in red. Bloomington in the rose purple uniform.
Jay, I really like seeing now, as they do at the boys' games, where we have young girls down on the floor and students down on the floor to greet the players as they come out. That's one of the special things about being a lady railer or a railer is that feeling of coming out to the crowd. So I love seeing that. It's something I've talked about at Mount Pulaski to maybe encourage and start that as well. I just think it gets you pumped up as a player.
It also shows your connection to the community, I think, too, that the kids want to come out on the floor, and the adults are going to let them, and the school's going to let them, and the players are enthused about being out there.
Absolutely. So let's meet our starting lineup. We will start at a guard, number 2, 5'5" senior Lily Holmes, defensive specialist, point of the press and our half-court defense. Our floor leader, number 3, Grace Schneider, a 5'3" senior. Gray Gilbert, a defensive and rebounding specialist for us at 5'4" junior. She is number 13. Mesa McLeod, our hot shot three-point shooter. She's a 5'6" senior. She wears number 11. And our all-around offensive player, inside, outside, does a little bit of everything. Got her 1,000th point here recently. 5'8" senior, number 25, Mia Clark.
Time to check tonight's list of the games, sponsored by Me Realty. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, check the listings at merealty.com. Coach, real quick, 3 keys to tonight's basketball game for Lincoln. I
think we need to minimize our turnovers. I think going into the games that we have coming up, we have to make every opportunity, every possession count. I'm big on rebounding both ends of the floor. We've got to deny them their second chances, and we have to take advantage at our end. And of course, free throws to me are always huge.
That's tonight's list of the game. Center tip about to go up and tipped up, batted around. They've got it. Skeet in the backcourt, now in the front court. Right side, Shuey, back out front, Skeet. Left side they go, Edelman. Edelman goes inside, nice pass. She threw it up against the board. That was Tina Leonard, back out front, Shuey. Shuey in the corner, now trapped. We had a substitution in the starting lineup, believe it or not. It was Sage Gilbert. And Sage gets the rebound.
Didn't catch that.
Here she comes. So apparently that wrist wasn't hurt as bad as we thought.
No.
Holmes, baseline, nice little Euro step, and she traveled the basketball.
She did. She had usually she'll take that one dribble and pull up. For some reason, she tried to go a little bit further this time.
Lincoln going to extend the press here, as Bloomington will have length of the floor to go. Edelman to inbound. Goes inbound to Skeet. Skeet, cross-court Shuey. They're still in the backcourt. Skeet. Back to Shuey. Shuey, they're still in the backcourt, and they finally get it across the timeline. Nearly traveled the basketball was Skeet. Left side Edelman. Skeet. Thought about loading up. Edelman going to go baseline. Trapped there, cut off. Lincoln's defense pretty good right now. Out front, Skeet. Skeet, Shuey. Shuey's their leading scorer with about 13 a game. Edelman left side. They go inside Leonard. Leonard back out front. Skeet. She'll throw up the left-handed jumper. In and out. No good. Rebound. Maddie Embry had it, and it was taken away from her. Schneider left side, Clark. Clark coming off the first 30-point game in about 2 years for Lincoln's Lady Railers. Right side, Schneider. Bloomington out here in what appears to be a 1-2-2 zone. Left side, Clark. Clark back out front, Schneider. Schneider right side, Mesa McLeod. Grace. Grace going to drive it in, kick to Mia. Mia baseline, now goes to Lily Holmes. Lily back out front, Grace. Right side, Mesa. Baseline she goes, doesn't take anything. Go in the corner, they go Lily. Lily out front, Grace. Bloomington doing a pretty good job defensively right now.
And good patience by Lincoln. They don't want to force it. Doing a good job.
Now they've got Sage Gilbert posted at the free throw line. They go Sage, free throw line, back to Mia, 18-footer, in it!
That was very nice. Great offense by the Lady Railers.
That was a heck of a possession by Lincoln. A great patience shown there. Got a great shot at the free throw line and converted on it. Leonard, backcourt, cross-court Skeet. Skeet against the Lincoln defense, kicked by Lily Holmes, and it'll stay Bloomington basketball. 5:49 to go here in quarter number one. Glad you joined us here on the Sports Voice of Lincoln and Logan County, WLCN 96.3 FM. Shuey to inbounds to Leonard. Leonard, Shuey. Shuey cut off by Gilbert. They go inside Edelman. Edelman, cross-court Skeet. Skeet back out front. Leonard, she lost the basketball to Skeet. Shuey, Edelman. Embry's one of their leading scorers and rebounders. They haven't been able to get the ball to her yet. Mia Clark doing a good job fronting her. Skeet out front, right side Shuey. Again, the Lincoln defense not showing Bloomington much right now. Leonard, Skeet. They lob it into Embry, and Clark steals it away. Good defense by Lincoln. Somebody fronted her, and there was somebody coming from behind. Right side, Mason McLeod. Back out front, Clark. Schneider. And Grace will go back to Mia. Schneider. Right side McLeod, 20-footer right side, in and out, no good. And poor Mason McLeod can't buy a bucket. It's nearly stolen in the backcourt. Leonard's got it, and here she comes in a hurry. Leonard cut off by Grace Schneider. Schneider nearly steals the basketball. They try to go inside and bat it away again by Clark. Leonard nearly went over and back. Gets it to Edelman. Stolen away by Holmes. Here comes Lily. Lily, left-handed layup, no, and Edelman's going to get called for the foul.
Holmes is so important playing the point on that defense. She's got length in her arms and legs and her athletic ability, and a great job of forcing that turnover and coming down and getting to the free throw line.
Lila Edelman, her first and the team's first. 4:39 to go here in the first. Lincoln up 2-0. Lily Holmes, the senior, free throw line, up and good. Gracie Biven in the basketball game for Sage Gilbert. Grace Biven coming off a couple big games herself. Second one for Holmes, up and good. Hit them both. And I tell you what, Jan, Lincoln's done a pretty good job of shooting free throws the past few games.
We have some really good shooters. Our form is excellent.
And a foul in the backcourt, and I believe it went against Lily Holmes. Yep. That is her first and the team's first. So Bloomington will inbound in the backcourt. Again, Lincoln's press trying to cause some havoc in the backcourt. And Shuey gets it across the timeline from Leonard. Skeet. Right side Shuey. Out front Edelman. Left side Leonard. Skeet. They go baseline Shuey. Shuey cut off on the baseline by Biven. Back to Skeet. Leonard. Bloomington being patient, but the Lincoln defense not giving them much to look at right now.
Yeah, they do a good job of moving the ball, but again, we're closing out on it very, very well.
Shuey tried the ball fake to go around Mason McLeod, didn't go anywhere. They get it inside to Edelman, and Clark got caught behind and got caught for the foul.
Another foul.
Coach, if you're going to defend her down on the blocks, you've got to do it from the front and hope somebody comes in and gives you help from the back.
Absolutely.
Shuey to inbound, and she'll go out front. Leonard all the way out near the volleyball line. Left side Shuey. Shuey hasn't got a shot off yet. She's her leading scorer. She tries a spin move baseline. McLeod's all over her. They throw it into Edelman. Edelman tried to drive in, kick back out to Leonard. Leonard long three, good. Tina Leonard averaging nearly 10 points a game, knocks the three down, and that makes it 4-3 Lincoln. Slow start to this basketball game.
It is.
Schneider out front, goes left side, Mia Clark. Clark to Grace, in the corner Mesa. Mesa thought about loading it back up, goes back to Grace. Kick to Mia Clark. Clark, little spin move.
Nice.
Cross court Mesa, nice pass. Mesa, 20-footer, no good. Rebound, Bivens got it, and a jump ball is going to be instantly called there by the official. As Biven got tied up by Leonard, and the possession arrow stay Lincoln's way.
Biven has that natural knack for rebounding. Does a great job anticipating.
Clark out of the corner. Mesa the rebound. 5-footer. Good!
I don't know. Maybe that was a set play and we give the assist to Mia.
Mesa McLeod, the rebound bucket, make it 6-3. 3:10 to go. Skeet still in the backcourt. Clark's there to knock it out of bounds.
I was a little worried there that we might get a foul called, but
Paisley
good job by Mia.
going to check in for Sister Lily. Edelman to Skeet, and Skeet's in trouble in the backcourt. Oh.
Timeout.
Timeout. I thought it was a foul there.
Yes,
Timeout call.
exactly. Good recognition there by Coach Mabels.
30-second timeout call. Let's talk about some of our fine sponsors, including Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean and online at myfgec.org. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Coach, so far Bloomington doesn't look like a 9-17 team.
No, they handle the ball very well. They pass it well. I don't know they have anybody that can really penetrate to the basket from the outside. Their post player works very hard inside, causing a lot of attention by our low players. So I agree. And again, their defense is solid.
You know, you hope, you think anyway, maybe that Coach Farmer's going to try and get the girls to push the ball a little more up the floor rather than just walking up the floor. Leonard shot out of the corner, no good. And Schneider had somebody boxed out. They knocked it out of her hands, and here comes Paisley Holmes. Ahead to Bivens. Grace under the bucket. Grace looking for somebody, gets it to Grace. Grace to Mia. Mia, oh, nice fake. Mia down the lane, running one-hander, no good. Couldn't get it to go. Mia fights for the rebound. She's got it. And a foul going to go against Bloomington.
So you talked about hoping Coach Farmer would do something to push the ball up the floor. Well, then you put Paisley Holmes in the game, and that's what he did. You'll notice she got the ball, and away they went. And that's something that she brings to the team that I really like.
That's the second foul on Lila Edelman of Bloomington. Mesa, oh, nice ball fake. Mesa drives in. Kick to me, a 20-footer. No, short. Ball on the floor. Paisley and Grace go for it, and honestly, that should be Bloomington basketball because Paisley stepped out of bounds while holding on to the basketball, and that should not change the possession arrow. That shouldn't be a jump ball. It doesn't look like it was. So it's Bloomington basketball, and Lincoln really extending the press right now. Leonard goes inbound to Skeet. Skeet stolen away by Clark. Mia was right there, went up for the layup, and got fouled.
Good anticipation there by Clark.
And let's see if it's on Shuey. I believe it was. Lauren Shuey picks up her first foul, and that's 3 on Bloomington here in the first quarter with 2:20 remaining. And Lincoln up 6-3, and Mia Clark up and got it. Well, the threes aren't falling for her the way they did over at Champaign on Saturday. She could not miss. And the second freebie up and good. But, hey, we'll take shots from the free throw line, won't we?
Yes, we will.
So Lincoln extends the press again. And Shuey ahead to Skeet. And Skeet going to try and run it up the floor. She's got a little numbers here. They throw it into Embry. Clark knocked it away. Embry has it up and good. Mia Clark couldn't get it knocked away far enough. She did a good job to get a hand on it. And Embry caught the basketball again and put it up and in. 8-5 the Lincoln lead. 2:02 to go here. In the corner, Clark. They go inside Biven, and that was a bad pass.
Yeah,
Clark
forced.
gets it back. Clark to Holmes. Holmes down the lane. She got fouled, and Shuey's going to get her second foul. I think. Let's see here. No. They called it on 22 into the ball game. Bianca Ellis. Bianca Ellis in for Edelman. Mesa to inbounds. Mesa in the corner. Grace throws it into Biven. That was a bad pass too.
It's that floater pass.
Yep.
Yes, that floater pass just dangerous. Even if she catches it, the defense has time to get there and get position on that.
They went into Embry. Leonard a long 3, 25-footer, and it goes in. You don't want to let you don't want to let a 9-17 team hang around too awful long.
No.
And they've tied the game at 8. Out front, Holmes to Snyder. Snyder Clark, 20-footer on the way. Bang, a collision concept 3. Mia Clark drains the 3. And give Mia 7 here in the first quarter. It's 11-8 Lincoln, minute 14 to go. Skeet into the front court, Leonard. Leonard to Shuey. Back out front, Skeet, Shuey. Ellis. Leonard, they go around the horn. Skeet fakes the left-handed 3. Goes in the corner, Shuey. Back out front, Leonard. Leonard lobs it into Embry. Embry tries to make a move. Clark stripped the ball away. Did Bloomington touch it last? Yes, they did.
You know, against our defense, if you get a pass inside, you've got to make a quick move to the basket because we will come down and collapse. And Embry got in trouble on that one.
51.8 on the clock. Lincoln up 11-8 here in the first period. And Lincoln will set up against the Bloomington 1-2-2 zone. Baseline, Paisley Holmes. Paisley has a path to the basket, didn't take it. Clark, nice little ball fake, 17-footer, up no good. A good move, stepped inside and had a wide open shot, couldn't get it to go. Here comes Bloomington the other way. Shuey, top of the key, goes in the left corner. Leonard, she's hit a couple threes. Nope, might have been partially blocked by Clark. Given the board, Lincoln will have another chance here with 21 seconds on the clock. Left side Clark, Mia back out front to Grace. Left side Mia, back out front Grace to Paisley. Paisley Mesa, back out front Paisley. Lincoln looking to take the last shot of the quarter. Clark out of the corner, left side, bang! A collision concept three. Give Mia 10 and Lincoln up 14-8.
Great job there by Schneider, moving the ball back and forth, side to side, and breaking down the defense.
Bloomington doesn't get the shot at the end of the quarter. It is Lincoln 14, Bloomington 8. We will take a 60-second timeout and be back with quarter number 2.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, we're having silly time here in between quarters. Lincoln up 14-8. And, Coach, both teams playing pretty good right now, at least on the defensive end.
I agree. And both teams patient on offense, waiting for a good shot. And Lincoln, is a little scary there with them coming back, tying it up at 8. But then we went on a 6-0 run, and we're up 14-8 now.
Mason with it. Oh, and that was a foul there on over Bivin. Anna Wiley came over Bivin and fouled her, but knocked the ball away. No call. Leonard with a shot. Boom. Tina Leonard is draining threes.
3 threes in the game.
She's approaching her points per game average already here in the second quarter.
9 of their 11.
Left side, Lily Holmes back out front. Grace in the corner, Mason McLeod. She'll launch a three. No good. Rebound.
Great rebound.
Holmes up and no good. Got her own board. Lily. Pass out Paisley. 15-footer. Good. Coach, I don't know if it's Corey's intent, but it's a good time of year to work on your patience and getting good shots out of your offense so that when you go into tournament time, because you may not be able to play that fast during the tournament.
That's exactly right. Great job on that last possession by Lily Holmes in there battling for the rebounds.
Ellis out front, left side Leonard. Skeet, baseline Shuey. She'll take a shot inside the arc. No good. Bounces high. Bivin. Embry knocked the ball away from her. It goes to Paisley Holmes, and Paisley is full speed down the court. Back out front, Grace. Snyder back to Paisley. Paisley drives in. Lily Holmes, nice ball fake. Throws it inside Bivin. Left-handed layup. Good.
What a great pass. Good read there by Holmes. Holmes to Bivin.
Tinkers to Evers to Chin.
That's right.
18-11 the Lincoln lead. 6.5 to go here in the half. Embry gets it to Shuey. She'll take the three. Up, no good. Rebound, Mason McLeod. Ahead to Paisley. Paisley drives in. Left side Lily. They go into Bivin again. Nice move by Grace. Ball knocked away.
Yes. Like that move there by Grace.
It'll stay Lincoln basketball as Mia Clark comes back in the game after getting a breather.
And Bivin works hard inside in that 4 out, 1 in. She does a good job.
Oh, and a bad pass by Paisley Holmes. Leonard fell on the floor, and Bivin knocks it away. Here comes Lincoln the other way. Clark, kick to Lily Holmes. Lily, the baseline fake. Lily's being pushed all over the place. Lily tried to bounce pass, got it back. It was batted away. Schneider back out front, Lily, and now Lincoln needs to settle it down. They go in the corner, Clark back out front, Paisley. Paisley, the cross-court pass to Grace. They go into Biven. Biven, nice kick out to Clark. Mia didn't get the ball where she wanted to get the shot off, and wisely didn't shoot it. In the corner they go, Grace. The skip pass is going across their zone. Paisley inside to Biven. Biven's knocked to the floor. That's the second time Ellis has hit her from behind, but the first foul, or the second foul on Bianca Ellis, and the first time the officials have called it. Sage Gilbert going to come in for Grace Biven.
Checking into the regulars, Greg Gilbert.
Lincoln to inbound under their basket. Schneider will take the basketball out.
Good minutes for Coach Farmer there by Biven.
Schneider, they tap it away, and Clark chases it down. Mia at the head of the zone, right side Paisley. Paisley, the cross-court pass to Grace, dangerous pass. In the corner they go, Sage Gilbert. Sage in the corner. Sage drives baseline, nice drive. Sage and stepped on the baseline, but got pushed out of bounds.
I like what she did, though. I like the recognition. The baseline was open.
Leonard in the backcourt, Shuey. Shuey back to Leonard. Leonard to Shuey. Shuey, cross-court skip pass, skate, cut off by Holmes. They go inside Embry. Embry, free throw line, right side Shuey. She'll throw up a three. No good. Back of the iron. And Schneider gets the board. Lincoln trying to push the ball a little bit more. Paisley, corner Clark. Back out front Paisley. Paisley to Grace, and Shuey stole it away. Shuey down the lane, and she got hammered. The girls were going to make sure she didn't get the layup.
That's right.
And made her earn it from the free throw line. Let's see. Foul was on, and a foul was on Grace Schneider. But you could have picked either one of them. It was either Grace or Paisley. And the official picked Grace. Mason McLeod at the scorer's table looking to come in. 4:52 to left in the half. Lincoln up 18-11. Shuey up and good.
Mason McLeod and then the regular lineup.
You had mentioned, again, us trying to push the ball, and what I noticed there on that last possession, we did get out and run, and all players were looking for the ball, not just running down the floor blindly, not aware of where the ball was. That's the key to a fast break right there. All players looking for the ball, being aware of where it is.
Shuey made both free throws, 18-13. The Lincoln lead is 5. They go inside Sage Gilbert. Sage to Mia, back out front Paisley. Left side Mesa, back out front Paisley. Lincoln maybe getting a little crisper with their passes. Baseline Lily. Lily back out front Paisley. She'll drive it in. 15-footer in the lane. No good. Sage had the board. Lily's got it up and good!
Great job by Sage Gilbert to keep that ball alive and right into the hands of Holmes, who, again, I love what she does down in the paint near the basket.
Second timeout of the first half taken by Christina Mabels. It was a full timeout. We'll just tell you about some of our fine sponsors, including State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago in Lincoln. Brian can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance as well as coverage for your home. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. United Community Bank at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbank.com. UCB is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Simply Travel Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chin help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474. Both teams headed back out onto the floor again. Lincoln up 20-13 here in the first half. And Jan, the Lincoln girls, I think, doing a really good job on the boards on both ends of the floor.
They are. That's going to make a difference down the stretch, is battling the boards on both ends. So that's great to see them doing that this evening.
Shuey, backcourt, skate, Embry at the center circle. Oh, and that's a backcourt violation.
Sure was.
Leonard was not in the front court when she caught the basketball. And on the turnover, Lincoln will have it with 4:18 to go here in the half. Up 7, 20-13. And Paisley Holmes will start the Lincoln offense. Paisley around the screen from Sage. Mia Clark, 23-footer, no good, left side. And Skeet the rebound. Skeet quickly up the floor. And, I thought that almost was a backcourt violation. They finally get it across the timeline. Shuey goes into Embry. Embry back out front. Skeet, left-handed three, up, around and out, no good, and nothing but white shirts under the bucket. Paisley Holmes the board, and she's pushing it up the floor. Left side Clark, stolen away by Shuey. Shuey stutter step down the lane. Oh, and a foul going to be called on Paisley Holmes.
Shuey's done a nice job for Bloomington on the defensive end.
Early foul on Paisley Holmes.
Bloomington's defense doing a pretty good job of anticipating those skip passes, and Lincoln girls need to do a better job of watching where the defense is at and maybe making a ball fake and getting the defender to commit.
I agree.
They're gambling a little bit on defense. It's paying off for them right now, but a couple of back cuts had stopped that.
Yes.
Grace Biven back in the Lincoln lineup. Sage Gilbert taking a seat. Paisley Holmes taking a seat.
Sometimes it's easy not to respect the defense and just assume that they're going to let a pass go. And Shuey really cutting off the lane well tonight.
Shuey made the first of two, misses the second. Grace Biven will chase the board down. And Lincoln will set their offense. They're going to put Mia Clark out front. Left side Snyder. Clark had Holmes baseline, back out front Schneider. I noticed a lot of Lincoln girls wanting the ball tonight, Jan.
Yes.
Mesa, baseline Lily, back to Mesa. Grace
really doing a good
in.
job of using both sides of the floor.
Clark, Biven is hacked from behind again. Mesa 20-footer right side, look good, didn't hit the back of the iron. Ellis the board, throws it to Skeet. Mesa McLeod, maybe that should have been a foul on Mesa.
Oh, could have been, yes, I do believe, but...
and Mesa knocked Skeet to the floor, and she lost the ball out of bounds, and they're going to hand it over to Lincoln. Well, you got one there.
Yes, well, we've had a couple that Grace didn't get the calls on, so as long as they're consistent, I guess.
Clark, right side Mesa. Mesa goes inside to Grace. Biven, 3 players on her. Biven is Embry just grabbed the ball from behind, and on the alternating possession, it'll go Bloomington's way.
Again, sometimes you have to notice that even though the ball could get into Biven, she really wasn't going to have anything to do with it. So you've got to look aware of the defense behind and make sure that you're not putting in her position where she's going to get a turnover.
Snyder tried to steal it from Embry, which is like trying to drag a steak from a hungry dog, and Embry wasn't having any of it, but she got fouled, and that'll be the second, I believe, on Grace Snyder. 2:48 to go here in the half. Both teams having to work pretty hard to get anything at the offensive end. They go inside Embry. She traveled the basketball, threw up a wild shot. Good defense by Grace Biven, and Lincoln comes the other way. Out front, Clark, Mesa. I wish Mesa would take that baseline drive. Back out front, Grace. Mesa does take the baseline drive, but stops. Throws it back out front, Grace. Grace is fouled by Ellis. Again, Clark, left side 3, no good. High off the iron.
Good
Biven
rebound.
Went and stole it away from Embry.
Great rebound.
And the foul's going to go against Embry.
Biven was in the middle of the lane and went all the way 2-3 steps outside of the lane to get that ball.
Bree Perring going to come in for Maddie Embry. That's the first foul on Maddie Embry.
My nephew is coaching his daughter's 5- and 6-year-old. He says, how do you make him go get the ball? Some people just have a knack for it.
Lincoln got a shot from Clark out of the corner. It was a good look, just didn't go down. Bloomington the board. Leonard out front, right side Shuey. Shuey out front Skeet. 2:02 to go here in the half. Shuey. Lincoln trying to ramp up the intensity on defense. Leonard, Skeet, baseline Shuey. Back out front Skeet. They go Shuey baseline. Shuey tries to drive around Biven and tried to throw up a shot, and it was blocked by 2 Lincoln girls. Here comes Lily the other way. Holmes, back out front, Grace. Mia Clark, 20-footer out of the corner. Bang! Another collision concept 3. And Mia Clark makes it 23-14.
That's 3 threes for Mia also.
13 points for Clark here in the first half. Skeet, left side Leonard, back out front Skeet. Shuey. Leonard, and ball batted away by Lincoln again. Here comes Schneider the other way. Grace down the lane, and the foul called on Skeet. Josie Skeet, that is her first foul.
Foul number 4, Josie Skeet.
And I love there that Schneider, being the lefty, was not afraid to cross over and go in, and she was going to take it up with her right hand.
They called the foul on the floor. Clark inside Biven. Biven going to drive it in. Left-handed shot up. No good. Got her own board. Gets it on the baseline. She's triple teamed and couldn't hang on to the basketball. Shuey has it. Here comes Biven the other way. Skeet out front, Shuey. Shuey to Skeet. Skeet double team looking for somebody. Back out front, Shuey. They're playing catch out at the volleyball line. Lennard left side. They're watching her right now because she's hit 3 threes. Shuey right in front of the Lincoln bench. Shuey drives in out front, Skeet. Skeet inside Ellis.
Travel.
Ellis, Lennard.
Change pivot feet.
Lennard back out front, Skeet. Shuey, 33 seconds on the clock. Bloomington might try for the last shot here. Lincoln's defense pretty good right now. Skeet can't find really anybody. Lennard, baseline 20-footer, no good. Rebound Schneider. And Lincoln's got a shot at the last shot here of the half. Holmes, Schneider, and it looks like they're going to try and take the last shot here as Lincoln sets up a play. 12 seconds on the clock. McLeod, Schneider, Clark. They run it to Paisley. Paisley to Grace. Here comes me off this double screen. Back out front, Grace. Mesa, 20-footer, top of the key. No! Bivin couldn't get the rebound and was hitting the back of the head again at the half. It is Lincoln 23 and Lincoln 23 and Bloomington 14. We will send it back to the WLCN studios for a timeout. When we come back, Jan and I will have the Growl Incorporated halftime show. You're listening to Lady Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Elkhart Croft and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, Heritage Packaging, Modern Brake and Alignment, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch, Growl Incorporated, Schneider Masonry, Collision Concepts, State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, The Johnson Family,
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners,
United Community Bank, Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni, Rocking G Land and Cattle. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball.
Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Lincoln up 23-14. You're listening to Growl Incorporated halftime show. And Jan, I guess some of our loyal listeners out there are just about to have a fit or stroke out or something because they're insisting that it's Greg Gilbert rather than Sage on the floor. And if it is, she's wearing Sage's uniform.
Yeah,
we haven't seen the U13 uniform out there tonight.
Right. I thought it was Sage as well.
So we'll try and get some confirmation of that and get a better look. We don't use field glasses up here at the WLCN location, nor are we on the floor.
And we can see Sage's number, 23, is on the board.
Sage's number that's on the board. So, although Gray has been wearing that one sleeve throughout parts of the year anyway, so it could be very well Gray Gilbert. And maybe they had a uniform problem. We don't know.
Well, that's true. That is very true.
They don't come up and tell us anything.
They don't. No, yes, they should let us know.
That's right. Don't come tell us anything. We're just kind of on our own up here. 23-14, Coach, and not a fast pace to the first half. A lot of passing the basketball, but the defenses both were pretty good and didn't leave each team a whole lot to look at offensively.
No, we do have 5 players in the scoring column today. Of course, Mia's leading us with 13, but the fact that we have it spread out a little bit, you've got 9 points for Leonard out of the 14 that Bloomington has, and the kind of the spark for Bloomington has been Shuey, who's gotten several steals from us, and we wanted to take care of the ball, and I think we have some turnovers that maybe we shouldn't have, and I think we need to do a better job of taking care of the ball. Again, sometimes I don't think we look at the defense, and we make that one dribble baseline, we turn around and throw it without even looking where the defense is, and some of the teams that we've lost to, they know that's happening, and they're jumping in the passing lane. We need to be careful and make sure that we're actually seeing the player that we're passing to.
And sometimes, Coach, I think we've got we've only got a couple of girls on the floor that really are consistent shooters, and Mesa, and she's had her struggles, but Mia, and teams know that. They know a lot of times if Schneider's on the drive or Paisley or somebody's on the drive, they're not going anywhere. They know if Mesa makes a move, she's not driving to the bucket. So, you're not going to give a whole lot of help defense if somebody gets beat because she's not likely to continue to drive. Lily Holmes might continue to drive, or maybe she won't. And sometimes I wish the girls would see the lane and take the ball to the bucket and try and get a shot off, draw a foul, and get to the free throw line.
Absolutely. There's been games where we've done that. It's probably harder against a zone. We tend to stay spread out, and we are moving the ball well, but you still have to attack. You still have to attack the seams, draw the defense to be able to find somebody open. Grace doing a good job inside, but sometimes I think we're trying to make a pass into her that's really not there, and we have to be real careful with that.
I think if there's one compliment we can give them offensively is that the girls really haven't forced a whole lot of shots. There's only been a couple of possessions I can think of on the offensive end where it was a quick or almost looked like a forced shot, but most everything's come out of the flow of the offense. Even if you didn't get the pass off or the pass got stolen, the shots that you're getting really are coming out of the flow of the offense. You're just not hitting all of them right now, which that could change here in the second half.
Right, and we've crashed the boards well. We're probably close to double digits in offensive rebounds, and that's what you need to do when the shots aren't falling or are coming far and few between like they are because of Bloomington's defense. Then you have to try to get other ways to score.
And Bloomington's got the big girl, Embry. She averages about 7 boards a game, and they pretty much kept her off of the board on both ends of the floor. You talk about playing a zone, how difficult it is to rebound out of a zone because you don't always get a body on somebody. But the Lincoln girls have done a really good job, especially on the offensive end of getting to the basketball. We saw Grace Biven make one play where she went from the lane into the corner and got inside of Embry and got the basketball.
Yes. Those little things are huge in a ball game. Sometimes go unnoticed by many, but the coaches are very aware of that, and I'm sure that they talk about that in practice and that extra effort. That's something that Coach Farmer had talked about, is that they have to give effort in practice, and then it turns in and comes about in the game, and that's what we're seeing here. Again, Bloomington also somewhat patient. I see both teams jump out and put a little more pressure on the ball, trying to force something to happen from the defensive end. Lincoln, again, doing that as well, and we're fortunate. We've got the 23-14 lead. They haven't, other than Leonard, haven't really had a lot of offense, taken a few shots, but we're not giving up very many offensive rebounds, as you had talked about. So I think that's key. I do think that Lincoln is trying to run a little bit, haven't really scored off of that, but still it's looking for it. And I'm glad to see that because that will make a difference down the stretch in many games that they have upcoming.
Well, that is Gray Gilbert wearing number 23, so we do apologize for that. And thanks to those of you who may be relatives out there who know what the the difference between the two better than we do. Well, I said we go by the uniform number, and that is Gray out there. Now I get a better look at it. So,
and I noticed when she had the arm sleeve on, because I remember that Gray always, and I thought, well, maybe Sage has an arm issue as well.
but we don't know why Gray is wearing her sister's uniform.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Tribute to her sister, maybe the injury worse than we thought.
Yes.
So Lincoln back out on the floor, up 23-14. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios. Take a 1-minute timeout. When Coach and I come back, we'll have the start of the second half. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Railer fans, you all know there's a home field advantage when it comes to sports. The same applies when purchasing a car, truck, or having your vehicle serviced. You'll have the home field advantage when shopping at Grouse Chevrolet in Lincoln. The trained sales staff at Grouse will provide you with a no-pressure sales process. It'll put you at ease all the way through the delivery. When it comes time for service, the certified mechanics will care for your vehicle like it's their own. Call or stop by the dealership on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln or online at growinc.com.
I love some fresh snow, but nothing clears my mind like fresh air. So I like to go on walks to reground myself. Love your mind.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Back at the Palace on Prim with Central State 8-member Lincoln leading Big 12 member Bloomington 23-14 at half, and just about ready to start the second half. And again, if you just joined us, our loyal listeners out there, we are going to say it's Gray Gilbert. We believe you. It does kind of look like Gray, but she's wearing the wrong uniform as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully they got it right in the scorebook, because if not, it's technical foul.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You are right. You know, you had mentioned Mesa and her struggles right now in shooting the three, and there was actually a time where I had a little bit of a problem too, and got in that funk, and Coach Foltz had me put a piece of tape around my wrist. Now, obviously, there was really nothing to it, but it was just something that made me think of it. He said, you'll notice it when you shoot. You'll see that when you shoot. And so it was just psychological, but I'm telling you, it brought me out of it. So maybe Mesa just needs to try something a little odd like that maybe will work.
Don't let her kid you, folks. If she went into a slump, she was only making 6 out of every 10 instead of 9 out of every 10. That was her slump. It's not like she missed 27 in a row. That didn't happen. Trust me, I know.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can put together a good second half.
Left side McLeod, back out front Schneider. Lincoln the ball to start second half. Clark, step back three, in and out. Ooh, nearly went in. And that would have given Lincoln a double-digit lead. Shuey the other way on the fly. She's stopped by Schneider. And again, Lincoln doing a good job getting back on defense. Their starters back on the floor. Edelman out front, Lennard. Right side Skeet. Skeet nearly travels every time she goes to pass the ball. And McLeod does good job in defense and knocks it out of bounds. 7:30 to go here in quarter number 3. Lincoln up 23-14. Don't forget the boys play Sacred Heart Griffin at home Friday night with Coach Al going for win number 999. And if they win that, he'll be going for number 1,000 against arch rival Lanphier. Lincoln ramping up the defense out front just a little bit. Holmes chasing Shuey. Shuey out front, Edelman. Edelman, Lennard, Skeet. They're trying to go inside to Embry, and Gray Gilbert's doing a really good job on her. They did get it into Embry, and Embry missed the shot, missed the bunny. Battle for the rebound. Holmes tripped over Embry, who was laying on the floor. Lennard, three-pointer on the way, no good, back of the iron. Lilly has the rebound, the long rebound. Again, Lincoln doing a good job on both ends of the floor on the backboards. In the corner, McLeod, 20-footer, be there, baby. Air ball, threw it clean over the bucket. Rebound, Skeet. Shuey the other way. Again, on the fly, little stutter step, back to Skeet. Skeet, Shuey. And I know Corey has worked with Mesa at home in the gym on her shooting, and right now she's just in a funk. And the only way to do it, to get out of it, is to keep shooting.
That's right.
They go inside Lennard. She throws up a wild shot. It was hit by Lincoln last. And that's a good call by both officials, the in and out official. Again, good defense by both teams here. Shuey to inbound. Out front, Lennard. Lennard tried to throw it in the corner. Shuey nearly threw the basketball away. Mesa's doing a good job on Shuey. Shuey drives baseline, cut off. Back out front, Lennard. Lennard, Edelman to Skeet. Lincoln's defense got him off the baseline and back out front. Skeet, Shuey drives around Schneider, back out front, Skeet. Skeet. Edelman goes inside Leonard. Leonard, cross-court Skeet. She'll throw up a left-handed three. No good. Embry, the rebound, lost it on the floor. Holmes chases it down. Lily the other way to Mesa McLeod. Out front, Grace. Grace in the corner, Clark. Mia drives in. Back out front, Grace. Grace to Lily. They throw it cross-court, Mia. Mia drives in again. Back out front, Grace. Lily, corner Mesa. And they'll reset the Lincoln offense. Grace going to drive it in. Grace takes it to the hole, throws it up, knocked to the floor. And this foul may be on Embry. Let's see. Nope, I think they called it on Leonard.
I think so.
Yep, no. Yep.
Bloomington foul.
Shuey.
Orange Shuey. Grace
Wow.
Schneider in the line.
Snyder to the free throw line with a deuce. And Shuey, her second foul, first on Bloomington in the second half. Schneider up and no good.
Lincoln 4 for 6 in the first half from the line.
Second one, Grace. Up and good. 24-14. Skeet, ooh, nearly stolen by McLeod in the backcourt. They get it to Leonard. Leonard quickly into the front court. Nearly threw it away again. Ball on the floor, and Holmes comes out of there with it. Lily, ahead to
Pass
Mesa.
ahead.
Mesa stops, back out front, Lily. And Corey, I think, wanted a better fast break there. Lily, cross-court, Mia. Mia going to drive it baseline against Embry. Nice kick to Lily. Lily drives it in, throws it up.
Good job.
Embry the foul.
Good job by Holmes.
Bloomington foul number 44, Madison Embry.
The second foul on Maddie Embry, the big girl from Bloomington. Second on Bloomington.
2 for 2 so far. Had the first 2 points of the game.
First one by Lily, up and good.
Grace Bibben checking
And
in
Grace
for the Raiders.
and Grace Bibben checking in for Gray Gilbert. Second one for Lily, up and rolled it home. Yep. 26-14, leads 12. And Lincoln really extending the press. Shuey in the corner. She's trapped. And Mabels takes her third time out of the basketball game. Let's see if it is a full or 30-second time. It looks like it's going to be a full timeout. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios for a 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll have more of quarter number 3.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Lincoln up 26-14, and Coach, still a slow pace to this basketball game. I know that Lincoln's tried to push the ball a little bit, but Bloomington's defense not giving them much.
No, that's just with Lily's 2 free throws, 3 points for both teams here. Bloomington has yet to score and really hasn't had very many good shots at the basket other than the one that Embry was not able to put down. But I like that Lincoln was extending that press and putting the pressure on. I really like that.
And Lincoln kind of surprised them a little bit. They looked like they were going to pull the press off, and then they rushed at him as they inbounded the ball. And Clark knocks it out of bounds in front of the Bloomington bench. Corey Farmer giving them a little bit different look out there. 26-14, 4:57 to go. They go in the corner. Skeet. She drives baseline. She dribbled.
Did.
No call. Throws it to Embry. Embry going to kick it back out. Leonard. Leonard right side. Shuey. Shuey in the corner. Skeet. Back out front. Shuey. And again, the Lincoln defense pretty good. Not giving Bloomington a whole heck of a lot. Shuey. Right side. Skeet. Back out front, Shuey volleyball line. Leonard left side. Shuey, Leonard, she'll launch a 20-foot three. Nearly banked it in. And Bivens didn't get a body on Embry. She grabbed the board up. No good. Rebound Clark. Clark to Holmes. Lily's got 1-on-2. Let's see if she brings it back out. She does. Back out to Grace. Corner Holmes. Lily going to drive it baseline. Nice pass to Mesa.
Nice.
10-footer. No good. Rebound on the floor. And a jump ball going to be called. It'll go Bloomington's way. Poor Mesa McLeod had a wide open 10-footer and just couldn't get it in.
And I can see her shot is coming. Her right arm is a little bit too far out. She's not getting that in. You know, that elbow should be in line with your shooting leg, and it's outside of that. And I think that might be why she's having a little bit of trouble.
And it's not anything that I see that's consistent. It's either the distance isn't right or she's off left or right. I mean, it's not anything that you can point to and say it's consistent. And, nearly a backcourt violation by Bloomington. I thought it was. Embry going to go down the lane.
Good aggressive move. Good aggressive move there by Embry from Bloomington.
That'll cut the lead to 10. And let's see who the foul's on. Could be Mia Clark.
Regular foul, Mia Clark.
It is Mia Clark.
First second.
A broken play there, and Bloomington was able to get the basketball inside to Embry. Free throw, Embry up, no good. A nice screen out by Clark and Biven. And Biven hauls down the board. Paisley Holmes in the ball game. Left side McLeod, and out front Paisley. Paisley drives it into Mia. Mia out front Mesa. Mesa, Paisley. Paisley to Mesa. And Biven's got Leonard screened off inside. Clark, baseline Lily. Lily inside Biven, through her hands. Biven gets it. Biven. Back out front Mesa. Mesa, Paisley. Paisley is getting ridden like a rodeo pony by Shuey. Clark out front Mesa. Lily. Lily drives in, and a blocking foul going to be called on Bloomington. And that foul goes against Skeet. That is her second. Mesa will inbound underneath the Lincoln basket. They look to Clark in the corner, and Lennard does a good job defensively. Read that play. Mesa, baseline Lily. Lily out front Paisley. Mia out front Mesa. Mesa taking a 22-footer out front. Nearly banked it in. Ball batted around, and here comes Bloomington with the basketball. Shuey drives in. Lennard will take the shot. She's not afraid. Nearly got it home. Woo! That was close. Tapped out of there by Clark to Holmes. Paisley into the front court. Paisley right side, Mia Clark. Back out front, Paisley. Paisley in the corner, Mesa. Lily, cross court, Mia Clark. Clark going to drive it in. Clark, nice pass to Biven. Biven got hacked by Edelman. In the corner, Mesa. Shot out of the corner again. No! Here comes Shuey the other way. She'll go one-on-one with Paisley Holmes. Throws it up, no good. Rebound Paisley. Here comes Paisley the other way quickly. She dribbles through everybody. Kick out to Mesa. Mesa to Lily. Lily right side Clark. Back out front Paisley. Inside they go Biven. Biven ball batted away. She brought it down. Three people all over. Mia back out front Lily. Paisley. Paisley Mesa. Mesa in the corner, Mia. 20-footer out of the corner. Back of the iron, no good. And Clark knocked to the floor by Edelman. Shuey. Oh, boy. Shuey got bailed out there.
Yeah.
Paisley Holmes, the foul.
A little bit of contact.
There was a little bit of contact.
I don't know that it was enough to...
When you're seeing bodies flying on the floor and you call that, it's like, don't know we're being consistent here. Skeet. Lob pass Embry. Embry. Shuey. Shuey. Emma Hutchinson in the basketball game for Lincoln. They go inside Embry, push in the back by Clark, and that will be 3 fouls on Mia Clark. And Maddie Embry with the bucket and one.
6 points now for Maddie Embry. Missed her first free throw earlier on a 3-point play attempt.
Embry missed it again. Rebound Hutchinson. So Emma Hutchinson, the microwave in the basketball game for Lincoln.
Yes.
Schneider drives it in, nearly lost the ball. She did. Back out front, Clark. Clark. Paisley. Paisley. Nice little spin move there. Paisley to Mia Clark.
Not a lot of scoring for either team here.
Paisley to Grace. Lincoln needs somebody else to step up and score.
Yes.
And right now, Bloomington doing a good job of cutting off Mia Clark and Grace Biven.
That was a little foul there.
Clark, 20-footer corner, rounding out, no good. Biven the board,
Biven
ties
held
up Embry, and the possession arrow goes to Lincoln.
Biven was held there. She would have had that offensive rebound, but Bloomington was holding her, and she wasn't able to get the second hand on it.
Hutchinson gets it into Schneider. Schneider, Paisley to Biven, and there's a foul in the lane. And Lauren Shuey got called for, I believe, another foul and is throwing a fit at the half-court line.
Limited foul, number 4, Josie.
No, that's on Josie Skeet. And Lauren Shuey is throwing a fit.
That's her third.
3 on Skeet. Hutchinson, 3 out of the corner. No, and what's the call here? And a foul on Bloomington.
Yes.
Finally, they called one under the bucket. The foul is on Maddie Embry. That is her third.
I said Biven's working hard down there, and they're having to hold her off.
What is...
It's 5 fouls, so we're going to be in...
Yep, now we're
shooting now.
49.4 on the clock here in the third. Grace Biven to the free throw line. Up and good. Grace has been taking a beating underneath the basket.
She really has.
Every time she gets the ball, there are 3 players surrounding her. They're pushing her in the back and slapping her arms. Second one up and good.
4 points now for Grace.
And Edelman and Holmes nearly had a fight right there.
And all of our points in this quarter have been from the line.
Shuey, Leonard, Skeet barely got in the front court there. Shuey. Out front, Edelman, Leonard, Skeet. Out front, Leonard, Edelman. Edelman, I don't think, has shot the basketball yet.
No.
Skeet, Leonard, Skeet. In the corner, Shuey. Biven's fronting Embry. Skeet, Shuey. They throw the cross-court pass, and it was stolen by Lincoln. Schneider falls on it, and a timeout called quickly by Corey Farmer. Probably a good timeout. With 10.9, it allows him to set up, Jan, a play out the inbounds here with only 10.9 on the clock.
Yes. Again, Lincoln with 5 points in the quarter, all from free throws, and Bloomington with just 4 points on 2 field goals by Maddie Embry. So not much of an offensive game. And the defense is good, but I just don't think either team is really in an offensive flow right now. We've had a lot of shot attempts, and good ones. They're open shots. We just haven't been able to hit.
I said, I think we've seen that Bloomington is showing that they're going to pay attention. Even in their zone, they're going to know where Grace Biven and Mia Clark are at all times. They've kind of let Mason McLeod go ahead and shoot the basketball. I think they know she's struggling right now, and until she hits one, they're not going to pay much attention to her.
Right. Mia usually able to penetrate in the lane and get some shots off. Really, against this zone, hasn't had very many opportunities to do that. She had one in the first half, got to the free throw line, but it really hasn't presented itself.
Hutchinson, the basketball out front, 3 seconds on the clock. Lincoln going to have to do something in a hurry. They nearly throw it away. Hutchinson throws up a wild shot. At the end of the third quarter, it'll be Lincoln 28 and Bloomington 18. We'll send it back to the WLCN studios for a 1-minute timeout.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Both teams back on the floor here at Roy S. Lincoln up 10, 28-18. Bloomington will have the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Shuey against Hutchinson, still in the basketball game for Lincoln. Out front, Skeet, Shuey, Skeet, Edelman. Edelman, they try to go inside to Leonard, and ball batted away. Good defense by Lincoln. Schneider going to do the crossover dribble.
Smart.
Had one
Very
on
smart.
two, kicks it back out.
There
Clark
it is.
down the lane, running one-hander, no good. Bivens fights for the rebound. Embry comes out of there with it.
Very smart there by Schneider to pull that ball back in that one-on-one situation.
Out front, Skeet from Leonard. Shuey, Edelman, Leonard, Skeet. Bloomington just passing the ball around the perimeter right now.
They only have 3 players that have scored.
They go inside Embry. Embry, Edelman, step back 3. Oh, nearly banked it home. It was a wild shot. Schneider the rebound. Skeet's all over her, and Schneider will stop the dribble and set Lincoln's offense. Right side, Paisley. Out front, Grace. Paisley. Paisley. Schneider. Schneider and Lincoln may try and see if they can pull him out a little bit further. Schneider going to drive it in. Nice bounce pass. Clark, layup time. Couldn't get the bunny home. Bivens got it. Free throw line jumper. No good. Ball batted out of bounds. That should be Lincoln basketball, and it is. 2 Bloomington players went for it. Knocked it out of bounds. Mesa back in the basketball game for Emma Hutchinson.
Good backdoor cut by Clark, and pass from Schneider. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Mesa inbounds to Paisley. That was a nice play by Lincoln. Just couldn't get that shot to fall. Paisley going to drive it in. Paisley, the throwback out, and let's see who this foul is on. It's either Shuey or Embry. The foul is on Shuey. That is her third. And the first on Bloomington, quarter number 4. Edelman goes out. Ellis comes back in for Bloomington.
Bloomington with 3 players with 3 fouls, and Lincoln with 1.
Mesa, good inbounds play. Paisley tried to get the shot off. A lot of contact there, no call. Leonard ahead of the pack. She throws up a 3. Good. Tina Leonard is not going to shoot it inside the three-point line. She'll just shoot it outside the three-point line.
She's got 12 points all on threes.
28-21. The Lincoln lead is now 7. Schneider in the corner, Mesa. Back out front, Grace. And the ball stolen away. Here comes Ellis. Ellis, Lenard, she shoots it again. No good. Rebound. Shuey tried to save it in. She did. Lincoln trying to run it down. And it goes Lincoln's way as Lenard knocked it out of bounds last. But great hustle on both teams there at the Bloomington end of the floor. Well, our state championship coach Taylor Rohrer sent me a text saying it was Gray instead of Sage.
Oh.
And she would know. So
yes,
she would know. So
yes, I do wear glasses, so I have that excuse.
I wear contacts.
There
That's
you
no
go.
excuse. Old age is the excuse.
Yeah, we look at the numbers, don't we?
Yeah, we go by the numbers. Inside Lily.
Oh, nice
Lily,
move.
nice move.
Oh, great
couldn't get it home.
Oh,
no.
Wow. I didn't see that.
No.
Oh, I liked what Lily did there. She has no fear inside, and I like that about her. I thought she should have gone to the free throw line.
That should have been a foul call right there. There was too much contact inside. And they get it to Amber. She traveled with a basketball. Yes. And it's the trailing official that makes the call.
Had she not, she was about to make another over and back throw again. So Bloomington extended the pressure a little bit. They know time is close. They're only down 7 here with 5.5 to go.
And Bloomington's gone man-to-man. Or at least it appears that way. Maybe Lincoln can get something against their man-to-man with a little bit of motion here. Schneider, got to watch the 5-second call. And there was a foul on Ellis, and Grace may have been bailed out.
Yes, yes.
That is 3 on Bianca Ellis. 5:10 to go here in the ball game with Lincoln up 28-21. Clark in the corner, lob pass to Bivens. threw it right to Embry, and Coach Farmer is mad.
Yes, that was a great play, but you've got to get it over the top of the defense. Nobody on the weak side. You can throw it as far as you want, and Grace would have chased it down.
Ellison
that was
Embry.
We got lucky there.
Embry gets her own board up and good, and another and one for Embry.
Yes, and that's foul on Clark. That's going to be her fourth.
4 on Mia Clark now. And Corey Farmer is going to take a timeout with 4:53 to go here in the ball game. Bloomington has cut it to 5. Let's send it back to the WLCN studios for a 30-second timeout.
We scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep.
The Lincoln lead. Lincoln was up by 12 at one point, and Bloomington has outscored them 5-0 here to start the fourth quarter. In fact, Jan Lincoln probably hasn't scored in a good 4 minutes of this basketball game.
Mia Clark has not scored here in the second half. Our only points are 5 free throws in the second half.
Give part of that credit to Bloomington's defense. And Maddie Embry going to go to the free throw line with the and one. Embry with 8 on the evening. And the big senior averaging 11 points and 7 boards a game goes to the line, up and got it.
Got that one. She had been 0 for 2 on the and one attempts, and she got that one to go.
Bloomington going to step up the pressure. Schneider is being fouled all over the place by Ellis.
That's a hand check. Yeah, that should be called. Still there. Look at that. Hands all over.
And Lincoln going to have to really do a good job taking care of the basketball. Holmes out front. Clark. Mia thought about stepping up and taking the three. Cut off by Leonard. Schneider out front. Schneider going to drive it in. Schneider throws up just a wild shot and got called for a travel. It was a travel.
Little discombobulated here by Lincoln with that man-to-man pressure now by Bloomington. This is where I'd like to see a little screen for Grace and get that defender off of her.
28-24, 4.5 to go here in the basketball game. Momentum kind of switched to Bloomington here. They've got to feel pretty good about themselves only being down 4 as they get it across the timeline. Skeet, left side Leonard. Leonard has 4 threes, 12 points all on threes. Embry with 9. They go to Leonard. Leonard goes inside Embry. Biven on the hip. Leonard.
Good defense. Good no foul there by Biven.
Defense played very well by Grace Biven right there as Holmes across the free throw line. Holmes, Clark, 20-footer right side, no good. Back of the iron, and Lincoln not getting much offensively right now. Shuey, stop and pop 3, no good. Rebound Clark. Clark to Paisley, and Paisley will slow it up. Paisley, left-handed dribble, going to go in the lane. Nice pass. Biven, 5-footer right side, good.
Great play.
Lincoln's first bucket of the second half is Grace Biven's first. Grace Biven now is 7, and it's 30-24, 3:26 to go. And maybe that will break the ice for the Lincoln ladies. Shuey, out front Skeet, Leonard. They're looking inside for Embry. They throw it free throw line. Ellis tried to throw it inside. Ball batted away. Ellis covers. McLeod got a hand on it. And McLeod, a timeout taken by Christina Mabels. And that might have saved a foul from Mason McLeod.
Yes.
It's a full timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it right here. Heartland Bank and Trust Company with 2 convenient locations locally to serve you and many others throughout Central Illinois. In Lincoln, stop by 818 Woodlawn Road or 111 North Sangamon Street in Lincoln, or go online to hbtbank.com. The LMH Community Health Collaborative, improving the health of the people and communities it serves with programs such as walking challenges and the LMH market during the summer. The LCHS Lady Railer basketball alumni, got one of them sitting next to me during the home games, so she's sponsoring her own broadcast. Once a Railer, always a Raider. We thank the alumni and Diana Johnson Hightower and whoever organizes the sponsorship. we love y'all. We really do. We're glad you came on board and the interest in the program. And it seems like the program's got a solid foundation right now, not only for interest from the fan base, but interest from kids as well coming in the program. There's some good talent coming through the lower ranks right now.
Absolutely.
Bloomington the basketball, 3:06 to go here in the half. Edelman will inbounds, gets it to Skeet. They're gonna. I thought they would try and go back into Embry.
Yes, I think they are. I think they will.
And try and get the 5th foul on Clark.
Need to get a good defensive stop here.
Shuey.
Under 3 minutes. Time's in our favor right now.
Skeet. Tried to throw it inside. Good defense. Edelman nearly had it stripped away.
Trouble.
Ball on the
there
floor. And Schneider picks it up. And Grace wisely pulls it back out, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Schneider, handoff to Paisley. Paisley, the handoff to Mia. Mia going to take it down the lane. Left-hander up and good! Mia went up with the left, switched to the right, banked it home. Embry couldn't get there in time. It's an 8-point lead, 32-24 and 15 for Mia Clark. Leonard nearly lost the ball out of bounds, goes inside Edelman. Edelman, and Paisley, as she turned around, might have seen the ball there. Out front, Skeet. Shuey. Biven is fronting Embry and doing a good job. They go into Edelman. Edelman, 10-foot turnaround up, no good. Nothing but white shirts around the basketball as Clark chases it down.
And the defense is right now taking time off the clock, which again is in our favor.
Lincoln run a little weave out front. Clark wide open 20-footer. Bang! A collision concept 3. And Mia Clark drives the dagger even further. It's 35-24.
That's her 4th-3 for the evening.
18 for Clark. Minute 43 to go. The lead is 11. Shuey. Skeet. Edelman. Skeet. Long 3. Is it? Yes! Josie Skeet knocks home the 3. 35-27, minute 29 to go. Now you wonder if Lincoln isn't in free throws and layups territory. Schneider, handoff Holmes. Holmes, handoff to Clark. Clark back to Paisley. Paisley, nice little spin move, and she traveled the basketball. She did. Paisley trying to move too fast, traveled the basketball on the spin move.
So Ellis, who had been putting so much pressure on our point guard on top, went out of the game. It looked like she was injured. I'm not sure what happened, but her defensive pressure was really causing a lot of problems for Lincoln.
Ellis back in, 35-27, leads 8. Leonard will throw up another 3. Give her 5 threes. Good gravy. Tina Leonard can't miss, and it's 35-30 with a minute to go. Schneider's being fouled all over the place, and the officials, here comes the trap.
Double team.
Schneider needs to move.
Smart, very smart.
Schneider baseline. Dribbles out of trouble.
Great job.
48
Great job by
seconds
Schneider.
on the clock. Here comes the trap again. Grace goes to the corner. Grace in trouble. Grace in trouble. And a timeout taken by Corey Farmer. You know, Coach, I gotta ask, why dribble to the corner like that? Keep the ball out front. If you're going to dribble, head for the lane. Try and see if they'll collapse on you.
Yes.
But going in, you know what's going to happen. You've got 2 defenders already out here on you, and another one coming over to take you. Now you're trapped in the corner.
Well, the pressure on top with the player doing the run from the opposite side, I think it's hard for Grace to pass over the top. So her first instinct was to take it. The first time it worked out, but we had too many players over on one side. So we now had 3 offense and 3 defense, 6 players there. Grace had nowhere to go when they finally put the double team on. So we've got to decide what we're going to do off that first run and jump that they're doing from the weak side. Are we going to lob over the top, which then gives a chance for them to shoot the gap? But I don't see the other defender down there. I think it's Embry, and she is not going to make that play. So we've really got to watch for that. We've got to put maybe our taller players out in front with the ball so we can see over the top of the defense.
So Lincoln in front of their coach, Bloomington in front of their coach on a full timeout. 39.8 on the clock. Lincoln is up 35-30. Lincoln had an 11-point lead not that long ago. But a 3 by Josie Skeet and a 3 by Tina Leonard, who's got 5 threes and 15 points on this basketball game, makes it 35-30. Mesa to inbound. McLeod to inbounds. Looks, gets it into Biven. Biven looking for the cutter and had the ball knocked away. Ellis has got it in the backcourt. Doggone it. Here comes Shuey quickly up the floor. This is not one you want to let get away.
No.
Ellis, 27 seconds on the clock. They go in the corner. Skeet, left-handed three. It's online. No good. Gets her own board. Throws up 5-footer. No good. Embry and Bivin.
Good rebound. And got fouled. And got fouled. Good rebound there by Bivin.
Bloomington foul number 4, Josie Skeet.
That is 4 on Skeet. And Lincoln will have to go the length of the floor with 18-6 on the clock, up 35-30.
Need to be careful here. Good ball fakes.
They get it into Paisley. Paisley going to run it up the floor. Nope. Brings it back. Paisley to Grace. Grace will get it across the timeline. Grace dribbles it out of trouble, and Bloomington is going to have to do something in a hurry. Ellis out front, Holmes. And she fouls Paisley with 5.5 on the clock. Bianca Ellis, that is her 4th. Lincoln will be shooting next foul, although Bloomington may not get the opportunity to get one more foul in here. Let's see. Schneider, they throw it in the backcourt, Paisley, and Bloomington finally fouls Paisley Holmes in the backcourt with 3.2 on the clock. And a freshman will go to the free throw line with a chance to make it a 3-possession game.
Bloomington foul number 3, Lauren Shuey.
Lauren Shuey, her 4th foul. Holmes up and no good. Bounced all over the rim and fell off. Second one for Paisley Holmes. Up and got it. Lincoln up 36-30. Skeet going to throw up a 50-footer. Nearly went in, hit the back of the backboard. And that'll end it with Lincoln picking up their 18th win on the year. 36-30 over Bloomington, which goes to 9-18. Both teams exchanging handshakes in front of the benches. We'll send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, Jan and I will have the Ground Incorporated postgame show. You've been listening to Lincoln Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN, Logan County Sports Voice, 96.3 FM.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. Back here at Royce Anderson Gymnasium, where the varsity players were getting their pictures taken. It's at West Lincoln Broadwell that was out there.
Yes.
All of their girls and getting their pictures taken with them as they made a far advance into the IESA state tournament. Well,
Lincoln wins at 36-30. This game will not go down in the annals of one of the best ever played in Royas Anderson, but hey, a win is a win. And it really wasn't I wouldn't say, Jan, it was a poorly played game by either team. Yes, there were mistakes made. Both teams played hard, and both teams played pretty good defense most of the night.
Yeah, I think defense was the story. We had a lot of opportunities to score. They had opportunities to score. Both teams had some turnovers here and there, but I don't know that any more than normal. It just was a game with not a lot of scoring, and we build a lead, and then they'd kind of come back. They had Leonard, who hit a couple threes, and they finally got Embry making some baskets, and we had a third quarter where we didn't make a field goal, and all we had was the 5 free throws, and then thank goodness Clark came back with 5 points there in the fourth quarter to kind of pull us ahead.
Well, Lincoln wins at 36-30. Coach, how about the scoring as we wait for Coach Farmer to join us here on the postgame?
All right, let's start with the Purple Raiders from Bloomington. They were led by Christina Leonard with 15 points on 5 3-pointers. She had 2 in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter, and then 2 in the fourth quarter. Their second leading scorer, Maddie Embry, she had 9 points on 4 field goals and a free throw, 1 out of 3 from the line. They had 3 points from Josie Skeet on a 3-pointer, and they had another 3 points from Lauren Shuey on 3 of 4 from the line for their 30 points for the game. For the Lincoln Lady Railers, they were led by Mia Clark with 18 points. She had 2 field goals, 4 3-pointers, and 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Next leading scorer was Lily Holmes, had 6 points. She was 4 for 4 from the line and had 1 field goal. We had Paisley Holmes chip in 5 points with 2 field goals and 1 for 2 from the line. Grace Biven with 4 points on a field goal and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Mason McLeod had a field goal for 2 points, and Grace Schneider chipped in a point on 1 for 2 from the free throw line for 36 for the Lincoln Lady Railers.
All right, run through that one more time, because I do keep track, and I had a text message I had to answer.
All right, so we had Mia Clark with 18 points.
Yeah.
We had Lily Holmes with 6 points. Paisley had 5, and Grace Biven 4. We had Mason McLeod with 2, and Grace Schneider with 1.
You know, Mesa picked up that I don't want to call it garbage bucket, but that's really what it was. And it was nice to see her at least break into the scoring column, because she's had a couple of games where she didn't, and we know she's still struggling with her shot. You pointed out a couple of things, but it's not, you know, as we've talked about, it's not anything that I see that's consistent, although there are some things she's probably repeat doing. But, you know, she's just going to have to fight her way out of it.
Yeah. And I know it's not a lack of effort from herself or the coaching staff. You know, you got to try something different. You know, whether it's mental, which is what Coach says right now, it's all in her head. But, you know, it's hard when you are used to hitting, and then suddenly, as you said, sometimes it's distance, and sometimes it's off left and right, and it's not one thing. But, you know, there are different things that you can do to work on that. I know Coach Farmer has done that, and I hope that she can fight her way out of it, you know, down the stretch. That's when we're going to need her the most.
And here's something, you know, you can relate to. It's kind of like the shanks in golf. There's no known cause to it.
Isn't that the
Which
truth?
all of a sudden it just comes on, and you don't know why it does.
And you're scared to death to swing. And right now she's probably scared to death to shoot, you know. And I'm glad she is still taking the shot. And you know, sometimes they look like they're on. And that's what I think first happened. You know, they were like in and out, in and out, in and out. And now they're a little bit further left and a little bit further right, as maybe she tried to make some adjustments. But hopefully she can get that righted. I like to see Lily. Lily, you know, was inside battling. Could have gone to the line a little bit more. I think we need that from her. She's willing to take that drive. She's willing to get inside, battle, take that ball up against the bigs. You know, Mia is always going to you know, come through and get her points. But yeah, we have to find other people that can score in different ways for us.
And I thought Mia did a pretty good job for the, you know, overall for the night, not forcing a great deal. There were a couple of shots maybe she took, maybe an extra pass would have helped, but most of the time she got her shots out of a flow of the offense, and she, you know, they hounded her pretty much all night long.
They did. And one of the, you know, Mia's biggest strength is her ability to get that shot off quickly. She gets her feet in position, gets the ball in the pocket, and she's able to get that quick shot off, and that's been helpful for her and the Lady Railers all year long.
Coach Farmer has joined us on the post-game show after having a talk with his team in the locker room before he came up here. Well, you kind of just go, phew, you escape with that one. We were talking, I thought both teams' defense wasn't bad for the most part. There were some turnovers that were probably silly on both teams, but both teams played really hard defense. It was just tough sometimes to get a good shot off tonight.
We had plenty of open looks.
That's true.
They just didn't fall. And we tried to come out and set a ball screen against that zone and get downhill and cut the girl to the basket. And I think we did it once. And why we couldn't continue to do that? We just kept bombing threes. And when you live and die by them, boy, we died by them tonight almost. Honestly, I was shocked they played zone. The last 5-6 games they played man, and when they came out in the zone, I was a little shocked. I was excited to see what we could do. After the way we played on Saturday over there in Champaign. But we just didn't have the intensity. We didn't match our intensity tonight.
Mia Clark was able to, I thought she played a pretty good ball game for the most part. She picked up some silly fouls during the game, but I thought she did a pretty good job. We've seen her in the past sometimes force things. I didn't see that she forced a whole lot tonight, maybe a couple of possessions down the floor, but she gave you a couple big buckets there in the fourth quarter when you needed it.
She did. I thought she could have been more aggressive getting to the basket or at least getting in the lane. She was settling for either shooting it or shot fake one dribble, kick it or swing it around. She's one of our best attackers. And I told her at halftime, I'm like, you can go around that girl. Get by that girl. At least go baseline. We were sliding the girl on the opposite side to the corner. The middle was supposed to dive, and the other girl was supposed to cut to the middle. And we just didn't execute what I was trying to get across tonight.
You guys in trouble tonight. Gray is wearing Sage's number tonight. We thought we thought you were going to start Gray, and then it's like, well, that's got to be Sage. It's a different number, and then we got a whole lot of angry responses that it was actually Gray instead of Sage tonight. So you got us in trouble.
Yeah, when she went in the locker room and I walked in there and she looked at me, she's like, I got the wrong bag. I grabbed Sage's bag. I'm like, you're 23 tonight. That's what you're going to be tonight. So.
Thank goodness you got it right in the book.
Yeah,
that's right.
that was the thing. We hope they got it right in the book because that's technical foul. We're in trouble.
Yep.
But I thought your defense, in the first half especially, I thought your defense was pretty good. And I thought the girls did a pretty good job of rebounding tonight, especially in the first half. They kept, they got offensive rebounds and they kept them off the defensive boards.
Yeah, we got hurt in the middle there a lot. We got stuck behind the post, and that's something we worked on all week. We knew she was going to, they were going to try high-low and get her the ball. And, we just settled for being behind. And then every time they caught it behind, we reached in there and fouled her, or she shot it, and then we didn't box out. Grace Biven does a great job when she comes across. She's getting two hands right in their face. They have a hard time scoring. The rest of them seem to go in there and won't hold ground and get one hand in there, and then they turn and shoot, and then we just stand and watch, and I was disappointed in that aspect of it.
And it seemed like every time they got the ball to Grace on the inside, they had three players surrounding her. So obviously Bloomington knew who to guard and who, not to guard, when you were on offense.
Yeah, we didn't get the ball inside much tonight, and I tried to, but they were surrounding her. And, when you don't make shots, when you don't hit open shots, it's going to be a struggle to score for us.
This was probably a pretty good game to get you prepared for tournament time. It was not a fast-paced game. You weren't able to get many breaks going, but you did have to kind of work a little bit offensively and defensively against them. Had to be a good game to get you prepared for tournament time.
Yeah, I think so. I wish we could have put it away. I thought we had them on the ropes there and then kind of let off the gas in the fourth quarter and let them right back in the game. And, they fought. Their intensity at the end of the game, Bloomington, they got kids diving into the bench. They got kids sprinting everywhere. And we got 4 kids standing in the lane watching, and when I called that timeout, I wasn't happy about it. We just assumed the game was over, and I don't quite understand that. And I told them, if we don't show up to play, we're going to get beat, and the team's going to beat us, so we got to match their intensity, and we got to come better mentally prepared.
Got a big game coming up Saturday against MacArthur. CS8 implications, but a team that beat you over, and kind of in a surprise win, beat you over at MacArthur last year. It'd be nice to get some revenge against them Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it would, and they're a good team, but we got to be able to handle the ball. They're going to full court press us the entire game. They're going to run and jump, and that team Bloomington played zone majority of the game, and we had a handful of turnovers tonight that were just silly turnovers, and we can't have that. If that happens on Saturday, it'll be a long night Saturday.
Well, Coach, congratulations. You pick up win number 18 here in your first year, and not a bad first year so far for Corey Farmer and this group of Lady Railers. Maybe could have had a couple more wins already, but hey, 18-8, we'll take it, won't we?
We will. We'll take it, and the goal is to have them playing the best, by the time we get to February. And I thought we played really good Saturday, and not as good today, but tomorrow's a new day. We'll reset it again.
Congratulations on the win, Coach. Thanks for coming up and joining us here on the Ground Incorporated Postgame Show. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Corey Farmer on the Ground Incorporated Postgame Show. You got anything you want to add before we sign off here tonight?
Well, again, it's a win for the Lady Railers, and every win is a good win. I think the coaches will address some of the things that we had noticed, and again, now is the time when you say, look, ladies, we're preparing for the postseason. So everything we do every day in practice, every game we play is crucial, that we do the fundamentals. We play with intensity. Sometimes coaches talked about he doesn't feel they play with as much intensity, and you've got to bring it, and the players coming in off the bench have to bring it. And I think that the coaching staff will address that, and I think that they will have them ready for Saturday in that very, very crucial game against MacArthur.
Coach Knight once said that he had a group of players that thought they played hard, but that their definition of playing hard was different than his definition of playing hard. And I think that's the case for most coaches, isn't it?
It is. It's different to be on the floor playing versus on the floor watching, and there's only so much you can do from the stands and from even the coaches on the sideline. It really comes down to the girls getting her done on the floor.
It doesn't matter what sports team you're talking about. Coaches can only do so much from the sidelines and in practice. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the players to get it done on the floor.
Absolutely.
And if they don't get it done, it's not necessarily the coach's fault that the players didn't get it done on the floor.
Right. I want to throw in real quick a shout out to my Mount Pulaski Hilltoppers. They are still undefeated. They play tomorrow night, and then they will have a big game against Clinton on Monday. So a shout out to them. They are currently number 6 only because of the power rankings, that they are not any higher, because again, they are the only undefeated team left in the Class 1A. So if you don't have anything to do tomorrow night, come on out and watch the Lady Hilltoppers, and otherwise take a trip over to Clinton. We're here Monday, and we're here on Saturday. We're here both days. So that Friday would be a good one. So again, just a shout out to Coach McVickers and the Lady Hilltoppers.
The boys will be in action tomorrow night here at the Palace on Prim against Sacred Heart Griffin, as Mr. 1000 across the way goes for number 999. And then if the boys were to win tomorrow night, it's amazing to me. I just thought of this the other day looking at my spreadsheet. The school has yet to post 2,000 victories. It's almost 1960, I think, is what it is right now. And Coach Al has been responsible for half of the wins here at Lincoln Community High School.
Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
It is mind-boggling to me that his tenure has led to half of the wins that this school has had.
Yes, incredible. What's harder, 999 or 1,000? I'm not sure.
I think 990. I think the 1,000's harder.
It's harder.
Because, I think 1,000's harder.
Yeah, that's pressure on unfortunately the players. Because they feel that responsibility to him.
And the last game they played, which was win number 998, had a pretty good crowd out here at Roy S. Anderson. And come out Saturday, folks, because full day of basketball. Girls going to be in action at 1 and 2:30 with the JV and varsity. We'll have the varsity on air. Darren Worth and Jan will have that game. And then I believe at 5 and 6:30 it's going to be the boys, JV, and then the varsity. And if Coach wins or if the team wins Friday night, that's $9.99. It'll be 1,000 victories. Maybe getting it against Lanphier at home, that would be too sweet. I mean, one of the arch rivals that this school has had for the past 60-plus years, to get that win against them on the home floor would be just a big celebration.
It would.
And we'd like to see a huge crowd come out for the girls' game. Give the girls' game the electric atmosphere that the boys' game is likely to have.
Get out your red and green and come out here and pack the gym, and let's get some victories.
That's right. So we're going to sign it off here from Roy S. Anderson. For station manager Jim Ash, for Karen working the board back at the studio. Karen, thank you very much, my dear. For Connor Shaw running the camera, social media and marketing manager Dr. Lloyd Curry. Jay Harden going to sign off here from Roy S. Anderson, where Lincoln wins it over Bloomington 36-30 to go 18-8 on the year. They'll play again on Saturday against Decatur MacArthur. Good night, and thanks for listening.
Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage is made possible by Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game. Located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out their website, merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer Service, your local source for all your fertilizer, ag chemical, and custom application needs. See what Mark Gordon and the Elkhart, Croft, and Lake Fork Fertilizer team can do for you. Call 217-445-2631. Heritage Packaging in Lincoln, offering top-notch products and value-driven solutions for Central Illinois. Heritage Packaging offers the right packaging right on time. Learn more online at welchpkg.com or call 217-735-4406. Modern Brake and Alignment, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1964, offering full-service auto repairs, including suspension service, brake replacement, wheel alignment, transportation services, and more. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Stop by the shop at 1000 Commercial Park in Lincoln. Call 217-628-7650 or learn more at modernbrake.com. Go Railers! Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch and Annette Welch. Attend one of Tracy's Coffee with the Mayor events to ask questions and learn more about happenings around Lincoln. Check the City of Lincoln Facebook page for dates and times. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Collision Concepts, located at 1005 Macon Street, just off Woodlawn Road, west of Culver's. Call 217-735-2100 or find them online at collisionconceptsinc.com. Experience the difference with Collision Concepts. State Farm Agent Brian Clark, located at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln. Brian can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and he's got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Call 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. The Johnson family, in honor of Keith Johnson, a proud supporter of the Lincoln Lady Railer basketball program for more than 50 years.
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Waiters-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com.
United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Dara Entwistle and Health Insurance Solutions of Illinois, advocating for you, your family, and your company. Located at 620 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln, call 217-737-7581. LCHS Lady Railer Basketball Alumni. Lincoln Lady Railer Basketball, a proud tradition of Lincoln Community High School athletics. Once a railer, always a railer. Rocking G Land and Cattle, Central Illinois source for superior shorthorn beef cattle genetics. Give Mark a call at 217-737-7905 or call Sheldon at 217-737-7787. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.